Good morning to ladies and gentlemen. I just thank the organizers to invite me here. And yesterday evening I landed to this country, to this city, but till now I'm not feeling that I'm not at home. I'm feeling at home. I'm eating the same food, I'm talking to the same language which I talk at home, and I just meet the people here, which I normally, the same mentality and same creed of people I meet every day in my locality. The reason is, both India and Bangladesh, they are carrying a legacy of the same history since time innumerable. Now, this is the ancient map of this place and India, which was known as Pundro and Bongo. I just like to portray that we were one country. Now, due to some reasons, now it has been divided, but we are carrying the same legacy, the same history, the same archaeology, the same culture, the same food habits. See a little bit of history. We have an epic history. The name of this place, East Bengal and West Bengal, are known as Patalpuri. In Mahabharata, it is known as Patalpuri, the non-Aryan state, where the non-Aryan king invited Kapil, one of the military advisors of the state, who gave proper advice to the non-Aryan king against Raja Sagar, who brought 60,000 soldiers and being defeated by the non-Aryan people of here. And in a negotiation, his one of the grandsons, Bhagirath, who brought Ganges. We consider Bhagirath as one of the engineers who brought Ganges to Bengal. And in 1983, when University of Calcutta, when the metro railway was on its way, they made a carbon dating of the paths of Ganges. It was found that the mythological history time and the path, the carbon dating given 3,500 years back, it tallied. That means mythological history some relevance in Indian scenario. Then this place was basically ruled by Ganga Reddys, one very, I would say, ancient civilization, very cultured civilization, and the name of the currency was known as Caltis. Then there were a lot of changes. We have Gupta dynasties, we have Pala dynasties, Sena dynasties, then there are Burma dynasties, and finally the Muslim invasions, then the Muslim dynasty starts. My point of contention is, we are just, both the countries, though differentiated as a country, we are carrying the same culture, same legacy, same history. Now, as we are carrying the same legacy, we are also containing the unique culture which both Bengals possess. Both are agro-based society, having a unique ethnic lifestyle, and the villages, you can say, are unique in the sense that it is unparalleled to rest of the world in terms of simplicity, in terms of attire and others. Both the countries have World Heritage Sites. India has more than 50, you have number of World Heritage Sites. Okay, and also you see, both the countries have important tourism ingredients and products, and both the countries have great potentialities to develop tourism. In this perspective, I would like to raise a question: how better we are managing tourism? Are we doing well? Are we placed well in world tourism scenario? Are we generating tourism revenue in an inadequate manner? Are we utilizing our full resources? Because tourism is very important ingredient of world economy. More than 50 countries in the world, as per United Nations World Tourism Organization, are totally dependent on tourism. So now let us see where the both countries, India and Bangladesh, stands. So I just show you some rankings and our places in economy. See, as per the Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, this is just published. Okay, India ranked 34th out of 140 countries in tourism. Bangladesh ranked 120th. France, Spain, and Germany ranked first 3 positions. Being the small countries, they rank first, second, and third. Now, as per United Nations World Tourism Organization 2018 edition, okay, India has received in US dollars $28,568 million. Bangladesh has received $353 million, and it is gradually increasing. In terms of export, tourism export, India exports 5% of its tourism product, Bangladesh 1%. If we just see and if we continue, you see that our foreign tourist arrivals in 2018 in India is more than 10 million people with a growth rate of 5.2%. And in terms of GDP, we are sharing 5.2% in terms of tourism revenue earning. In terms of employment also, it is gradually increasing in India. Okay. Now, more than 81 million people are involved in tourism trade, tourism business, tourism employment. Now, despite we have more than 50 World Heritage Sites, we have hills, mountains, rivers, seas, and whatnot. We are not even enjoying 2% of the world tourism revenue. We are just enjoying 1.97% of the world tourism revenue. I would say India is not doing well in terms of tourism business and tourism infrastructure building. Even in Asia Pacific region, India is not within the first 5 countries. We rank 7 as per 2018 statistics. Okay. But one, I would say, very interesting and important data is this: India's domestic people, they travel a lot and it is increasing. Number of domestic tourist visits to all states are 1854.9 million, and the percentage increase since 2017 is 11.9%. These are all official statistics. These are declared by Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. You can take it as authentic. Now, interestingly, Bangladesh is a country from where maximum tourists go to India. The ranking, Bangladesh last year, 2018, more than 22 lakhs people visited India. In 2017, it was more than 21 lakhs people visited India. And just breakup is very interesting. Out of 100%, 83.7% Bangladeshis, they go to India for leisure and holidays. They spend time for marketing, for leisures, for taking rests, for roaming the places. This is a very interesting phenomenon. For medical reason, only 10%. But on the reverse, how many Indians come to Bangladesh? See, the figures is incomplete because after 2014, Government of India has not published any statistics, but till 2014 it is stated that it is less than 1 lakh. So there is a huge gap of tourist inflow between the two countries. And I will consider it as an opportunity, not as a threat. I'll tell you why. Now, what is the tourism scenario of Bangladesh? I was amazed to read that Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founder president of the country, was a visionary. Realizing the importance of tourism, he established Bangladesh Porjoton Corporation in 1972 as per the act of the parliament. Okay, the National Hotel and Tourism Training Institute was established in 1974. In 2018, arrival of foreign tourists in Bangladesh is more than 2,67,000, and revenue earned from tourism is 28,897.56 Bangladeshi taka. Okay, and investments in tourism by Bangladesh governments are this. In 2018-19, 6169 lakhs taka. I got these reports from your own government sources. So, after getting all these statistics and view, we can say both the countries has enormous scope to improve tourism, enormous scope to call the world tourists to their countries, and we are not managing tourism as per the desired level. In this perspective, my proposition is, as both the countries are brothers, as now the relationship of Indo-Bangla has reached to a great height with the two prime ministers, Sheikh Hasina and Narendra Modi, are joining hands for any reasons, can't we join and can't we manage the tourism to some segmented, targeted area jointly? Will not that increase the tourism revenue of both the countries? Can we do that? If we do, I'm sure that it will enhance the tourism revenue of both the countries. I have some suggestions, operational suggestions for that. To start with, we can start with Sundarbans. You know, Sundarbans is a World Heritage Site. It is called as Natural World Heritage Site, as declared Indian part in 1984, in Bangladesh part 1997. 6,000 square kilometers are shared by Bangladesh, enjoyed by Bangladesh, 4,000 square kilometers enjoyed by India. And it is a World Heritage Site, very vulnerable ecosystem it possesses. It saves Bangladesh as India from cyclone. And it is a world tourism destination. Now, UNESCO has declared Sundarbans as Natural World Heritage Site. In my 7 years of study of my PhDs, I found that Sundarban equally has the potentiality to be declared as Cultural World Heritage Site because of its tremendous history and archaeology. See, this is the map. It is drawn by Ptolemy, the Greek historian and a traveler, where the place was known as Ganga Reddy. This map is actually translated and it is made by Ptolemy. See, these artifacts, archaeological artifacts has been discovered from Indian part of Sundarbans. This is a Buddhist stoops in Sundarbans, India, in West Bengal part. This is the cultural heritage which we possess, Bono Bibi and Dokhin Rai. Sorry. This is the ancient temple, 975 AD made by Raja Jayanta Chandra. Okay, this is an excavation site at Dhosa. We have Chandraketugarh, the most prominent excavation site. And the history of Sundarbans, the archaeology of Sundarbans is more than 1,000 years old. Our problem is we could not, and as of now, we are not able to project Sundarbans in a tourist-friendly manner, and we failed to project it to the world tourists. But we have enormous scope. If both the countries join hands and project Sundarbans, entire Sundarbans, Indian part and Bangladesh part, to the world tourism scenario, I'm sure it will be declared as Cultural World Heritage Site apart from Natural World Heritage Site. And I don't have any idea whether any tourism destination in the world has two flavors. Either they are declared as Natural World Heritage Site or Cultural World Heritage Site. But Sundarban has the potentiality to be both. So it will be an unique gesture. And if it is really declared, the entire tourism scenario of Sundarbans will change. If both the countries join hand and we take a concerted effort to talk to the UNESCO who declared this, and we can project in a right manner, it will be done. I'll just show you again some statistics. See, these are the Hamilton's notes. It's the currency notes in Hamiltonganj. It is a cultural tract I like to show where a local currency was used in 19th century, where Rabindranath Tagore visited this place. Hamiltonganj in Goshaba district in West Bengal part of Sundarbans. These are some of the archaeological, wonders we found through excavations. Now see, in Indian part of Sundarbans, foreign tourists are 9,745 in 2018. Okay, it is gradually increasing, but it is not much. I don't know how many foreign tourists visit your part of Sundarbans. Okay, but our indigenous people, they are more than 3,62,000 visited last year, but I made a survey. They wanted to come in Bangladesh part of Sundarbans. They have a desire, but there are no means. They don't have information. They don't have much of infrastructure. We can send them, we can make an exchange of the tourists through this. Now, my second proposition is, can we start cruise tourism between two countries, India and Bangladesh? Because it has an enormous potentiality of earning revenue. I'll just show you We have a cruise tourism in our neighboring countries from Singapore to Malaysia to Thailand and back. See, the revenue they earn. It is Singapore cruise industry saw 1.87 million tourists opting for the cruise in 2018, showing an increase of 6.5% as compared to 2017. And number of Indians traveling were 1,60,000. I am assured if cruise tourism started between India and Bangladesh, many Indians, those who are domestic tourists, they will love to come in your country and your tourism revenue will surely increase. Only we need the government to give a nod. We need the entrepreneurs to come up and rise and set a thing. Now see, we are already started Indo-Bangla protocol waterways. Okay, Sheikh Hasina has visited last November. Indo-Bangla protocol waterways has started where the freight has already been started transferring from one country to another. This is the waterways. Why can't, and it is already authenticated by both the governments, why can't we start cruise tourism from this? It is the need of the hour to expand our tourism through many ways, and this may be one of the prospective tourism initiatives and efforts which we can take. Third is, and we can do in many ways, Indian government in 2015 draft tourism policy has pinpointed that rural tourism is our unique selling point. Because India can project its own simple villages, its ethnic lifestyles, okay, and why not Bangladesh? We are carrying the same village lifestyle, so Bangladesh may think of also projecting their villages, showcase their villages to the foreign tourists. Even you have number of Buddhist stupas here. Paharpur is the most ancient Buddhist stupas were found in Paharpur. It is declared as World Heritage Site. You can attach these Buddhist stupas to the Buddhist tour circuits of the world. You will get international fundings and recognitions. So my proposition is both the countries should agree for technology transfer, information and revenue sharing, creating tourist revenue exchange mechanism, joint infrastructure building, and joint marketing of tourism products. Finally, I would just thrust on an issue. We have still misconception of development. Whenever India and Bangladesh, I feel also, whenever we find good natural attributes, first thing, we cut the trees, we destroy nature, and we try to make a development, so-called development. I have a slide, it is a kind of fun. Two people are sitting and enjoying a beautiful nature. So, okay, they are telling the cry of the loon, the steadiness of the lake, okay, a truly pristine wilderness. Finally, one man said, let's develop it. We don't want this kind of development. So, this kind of development will make this. This is Darjeeling. 100 years back, it was a simple village full of natural attributes. Now, it is nothing but a city pent where the biodiversity of Darjeeling has been permanently destroyed. So my proposition is we should resort to ecotourism policies, to low impact tourism, allowing the local ingredients to maintain their own culture and allowing Mother Nature to remain as it is, or maybe a little more better than what it is. So this is my deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Mondal. We do have a couple of minutes, if still remaining on that time, to take any questions, if you feel there's any questions to be put forward.
Good evening, Professor Mondal. I have a question for you. You have been telling what we have to give to the world so that we can attract more tourists. But sometimes I wonder, what we have, but what they want, that is also important.
Yeah.
In fact, what is your views on this?
See, acquisitions can be made through the ecotourism initiatives and measurements. A clean bathroom, okay, a pristine land where they will not be disturbed, and all types of helps from the local government. But we can't. I'm telling you, in Indian part of Sundarbans, as the local entrepreneurs smell that there are profiteering can be done through tourism, they are flouting the Coastal Regulation Zone Act, they are flouting the environmental acts, they are flouting the building rules, and and they are destroying the mangrove vegetation, which is most important. As a result, many tourists in their remarks, they said our expectation is not been fulfilled. That's true. That's why in my last presentation, last slides, I said we don't want development that will destroy our tourism goal. We want the reverse one, ecotourism motives. What you are telling is true.
Thank you so much, Professor Mondal. I just want to know that there is one question. Right now, all over the world, the blue economy, and in case of blue tourism, you just mentioned that Bangladesh and India can start the cruise and
Cruise tourism.
To make a good connectivity between two countries.
Right.
And we know that India make a target of Bangladeshi tourists. And right now, more than 30 lakhs people in a year, they visit India. And India earn a larger number of the revenue from Bangladeshi tourists. But do you have any plan for Bangladeshi tourists in future to provide the better services?
More than 22 lakhs Bangladeshi tourists visited India. And I already shown you that out of them, more than 80% are going for leisure and for holidayings. So this is an area where we can improve. Because see, as a researcher, I can focus on statistics, I can project this. Now it is the policymakers, it is whose responsibilities. So yes, obviously, when we see the lot of Bangladeshi people are going there, it is our responsibility to project and to focus on our tourism products, to inform them, to educate them. Yes, but as of now, government initiatives, even private initiatives, I have not seen much. But yes, there is enormous scope of doing it.
Thank you for your nice presentation. I just have a small query about your friendship quiz. Friendship quiz, through that, how you will maintain the ecotourism? Just a small query.
See, what I understand, you feel through the cruise, there will be pollution. What do you mean to say? Because there might be oil spill, there might be throwing of plastics. Yeah. So, see, already Australia has thought of that. When I visited the place, they said that there are a lot of cruises going on. So they started solar boats. Okay. And the tourism rules are very strict in Australia. You just can't throw plastics. In Indian part of Sundarbans also, we have implemented that. We not allowing, before that there is a briefing of the tourists that please don't throw plastics. And you know, our tourists, affluent tourists, they more and more, they're abiding by the rules. And oil spills and all, you know, these are not only our problem, these are international problems. What I understood from your question, we say, so technological advancement might be solving that problem partially.
Here I like to add here that for roaming around Sundarban, we need to enter a very narrower channel of some canal, some river, and we have to stay over there at least for 2 nights. Okay, so
You're talking about Indian part or Bangladesh part?
in our country.
Achha.
From my experience, I'm telling this. So how we will continue our friendship cruise here? From the cruise, from the ship, we will then again ride on a smaller boat or...
No, I'm not talking about cruise in Sundarbans.
Okay.
Because I have shown you the way, I'm talking about starting cruise in Indo-Bangla protocol waterways, where at present, because in last November, Sheikh Hasina has visited India, and the Indo-Bangla protocol waterways pact has been signed, so that the freight between the two countries can be easily, trafficked from one port of India to another port of Bangladesh and to so on and so forth. I showed the waterway map also. So I'm not advocating or I'm not proposing that immediately cruise tourism will start from Indian Sundarbans to Bangladesh Sundarbans, because creeks are dangerous and there are high tides and low tides. Okay, so tourism in Sundarbans should be localized. It can't be a cruise tourism. I'm talking of cruise tourism between the two countries through the sea. Okay, and through a projected and protected protocol waterways.
Okay.
Okay, not in Sundarban areas.
Fine.
But yes, a big ship with full of amenities and, it will attract the tourists, because I can tell you my Indian experience during tourist seasons, because in India now people have purchasing power. Lot of upper middle class and middle class people, during tourist season, they ask me or others, what are the new destinations? I have gone to Digha, I have gone to Puri. Can you tell me a new destination? Money is not a problem. If we can project this cruise tourism, many Indians will come to Bangladesh through cruise. Revenue earning, your tourist staying, tourist spending will increase. Same thing maybe happen from Bangladesh to India.